Okay, again, I'm Xavien Phillips, and I am teaching you how to use AlaskaJobs. Now we're at the point where we're going to search for a participant that is in AlaskaJobs already. We've either created them already, or we are going to find someone that has already been entered into the system. All right, so what you do is you go here, you click Menu, and you're going to search for their name, last name first, comma, first name. All right, once you see their name, you're going to click on it here. And it's going to load for you. I am in the test environment, so it's going to take a little bit longer to roll over. All right, so once you are here, you can scroll down. You can't change any of the information here. Okay, you'll get a chance to change the information later. Sorry that I'm going so fast here, but we'll change this information a little bit later. But this is not where you change it. What we're going to do is, you see over here where it says staff profiles, you click on this would only be a plus sign. But anyway, I click on the plus sign to open up the information there. I'm also going to click on the plus sign next to case management, and I'm going to click on programs. All right. All right, so I'm just checking to see if there's any programs in here for him already that are open, and I don't see any. So what I want to do is create an agency defined program. So I'm going to click here. We wait for it to load. All right. All right, so this is where you're going to get the information from the application. Again, I'm going to apologize. This will not have all the information from your application because I'm in the test environment, but you should be able to follow along the application that your participant filled out to get the information entered in, okay? All right, so the application date, and one quick note about application date. Try to get your participants in within 30 days of their training start date. If you wait beyond that, it will not let you put their enrolled or application date in at that point, okay? All right, so let's say that they took training on 8, or the application was 8/05/2023. Again, 2-digit month, 2-digit date, and 4-digit year with the slashes. Okay, what date were they determined eligible? Okay, let's say that it was the same day, so I'll put the same date here. Again, answering all the questions with an asterisk. Okay, LWDB region is the region that your agency is located, not the participant, where your agency is located. So mine is in Anchorage, and then the office location is the name of your organization. It may default to your location already, so if it does, great. If not, you must select it. Okay, and then I'm going to skip to meets program eligibility to select the program that they're enrolling in. Okay, so I'm selecting step, and I'm going to click next. If I missed anything, it's going to tell me. Okay, now this is where you can update the information if this information is different. Okay, so I don't see anything I need to change here. So I'm going to go down and click next. But if there's anything that needs to be changed, you change it there. All right, and this is just going to be the attestation statement. You certify that you've vetted the participant and that they meet the criteria. Okay, and then you're going to scroll down to finish. You don't have to do any signatures in the system. Just click finish, and you'll get a message that pops up, and you want to click return to programs tab. Okay, that's step 1. All right, the next thing we need to do is add the service for the participant. Okay, so you want to make sure you're under the one that says complete. Notice it dropped me down to this one already. This is not the one I want. I want to be only in the one that says complete because I just did it. So I'm going to click the plus sign here because it's going to open up other fields. Okay, and then I'm going to click on activities enrollment services. And this is where I get to create it. So I'm going to click on create activity enrollment service. Okay, and again, the region should be defaulted, and hopefully your agency is selected under office location. If not, go ahead and select it. All right, activity code. The activity code is the code that you're going to use to enroll your participant. This is going to allow you to move to the next phase in the application process. Be careful at what you're choosing because if you choose the wrong one, you will not be able to fix that later. You have to reach out to the staff. All right, so what you're going to choose is either industry specific training, customized job link training, on the job training, on the job mentorship, or pre-apprenticeship or registered apprenticeship. You're going to choose one of those. Okay. In this case, I'm going to choose industry specific. All right. Even though there's not an asterisk next to these, you're going to put in a projected begin date or an actual begin date. The projected begin date is a date in the future that you're not exactly certain what the date is, but I believe it's going to be around this time. All right, the actual begin date is a date that the training has begun already. And remember, it's got to be within the 30-day time frame. All right, so I'm going to go with the actual begin date. I'm going to say, and I must be within 30 days. I'm going to say 08/05/2023. Projected begin date, just go ahead and put in 06/030/2023. Reason being is some people they put a different date and the date goes by, it will not allow you to change that date. Okay, so just go ahead and put that date because if you put it up further, you can come back in and edit it later. All right. We've put in all the information. I'm going to go ahead and click next. Again, if there's something missing, it's going to notify you. I did something wrong. Look what I did. I put in a date that's already passed for the projected end date. So I must make sure I put in the right date. All right, now I should be able to move to the next phase. Told you, if it detects an error, it will not let you move to the next page. All right, so now I'm on the service provider page. The service provider is the person that provided the training. Your list is going to be much more extensive than this list I have right now. I'm in a test environment, so I can only select a few. If your service provider is not listed in the system, go ahead and select your agency as a training provider. All right, the next thing I want to do is select a service, course, or contract. This is a list of trainings that organization provides. If yours is not there, please go ahead and select the one that, or select the one that's there, and you'll have an opportunity to actually tell me what the training is later. All right, so once I select the provider, it fills in the rest of the information except for occupational training code. Again, you must put one in, so I'm clicking on occupational training code. There will be a list, or possibly a list of occupational training, some that you've selected already. If it's not, the one that you need is not there, go ahead and select occupation from on that table. And scroll down just a little, and you can type in whatever that type of training is. So I'm going to just choose construction, just to give you an idea. So when I type in construction, it begins a search and then gives me a list of everything that they believe relates to construction. So I'm going to scroll down until I find the one I want. Okay, construction and related workers, all other. Okay, all right. Now, again, remember I told you that if your service is not listed in there, your training program, you'll have an opportunity to select it here. This is where you'll do that. So don't stress if it's not here. And if you really want it in there, we can help you with that. We can send you some documentation to help you get your education or training program in the system. But if it's not there, this is where you'll come. I'm going to select next. All right. Now we're going to skip all the tabs that have anything to do with training costs. Now, as I just shared with you, I'm in a training environment, so there are some questions that is asking me, or that it did not ask me, that's on the application. In the actual live environment, you'll see more questions. We're going to skip, once you get to the tabs for costs, you're going to go ahead and skip over all of those. I'm going to go ahead and go to close your information. Now, your participant may not be done with training yet by the time you get them entered in, but I want you to go ahead and close them out. Why? There was a time where the system went down, AlaskaJobs went down for 2 weeks at the end of the fiscal year, and many agencies put in the wrong exit date for those participants, and we had to go in and clean all of those up. It took quite a bit of time. So I'm asking you to go ahead and close out your participants as you enter them in. That way it saves you time and it saves you a lot of stress, and it's going to save us a lot of stress as well. All right, so I'm going to select today as the last activity day, and then the completion code, I'm going to say successfully completed. All right, and then that's all I need to put here, and I'm going to click finish. Again, if there's anything wrong, it's going to tell me, hey, you did this wrong. All right, so I'm back where I started, and it tells me that it's successfully completed, but I am not done yet. Okay, let me make sure I scroll up to the right one as well. Please make sure you're always at the right one. All right, so this is the one I was working with. All right, so the next thing I want to do is, if they earn a credential, I want to add the credential. So I'm going to click the plus sign next to credential and click on create credential. Okay, so again, you're going to select the region that your agency is in, and you're going to select the agency. You select your agency, and then I'm going to tell it what credential they received. You have your list is going to be very similar to this. I'm just going to say occupational skills certificate or credential. And you can upload a copy. If you have a copy of their credential, just click upload, navigate to where the credential is, and it will be here for the participant should they ever come to AlaskaJobs for any reason. Okay, I want to put the date they received the credential there, and then I'm going to click save. Again, if there's an error, it's going to notify you of the error. All right, so now I've got my credential in. Okay, again, I'm scrolling up. I want to make sure I'm in the right one. Make sure I'm entering in the one that I did. All right, the next, okay, so I've got my service in. I've got my credential in. The next thing I want to do is exit the participant. This is the final step. So I click on exit and then click on create exit outcome. Okay, so I'm going to click on today as my exit date. I'm going to, again, select the region that I'm in. And then I'm going to select the exit reason, which is enrollment period has been completed or training services completed. Click next. On this page, if I don't know who about the employer, I'm just going to go ahead and click next. And on the final page, I'm just going to click finish. All right, and now it should say exited. All right, this was the one I was working on, and it does say exit. Okay. Again, if you have any questions, please reach out to any staff member for assistance. We are always available to help you should you need assistance.